Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the president, debate and all that, and kind of, talk about my thoughts on this. And what I think about the next 4 years and all that. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. I don't normally talk about a lot of politics stuff, on my channel. I do more reviews and all that, but I feel like it's kind of fair I talk about this, especially, with the last few years we've been having and all that. I feel like it's only fair I talk about this and what I think about the next, 4 years. So, but if you guys want to, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. There, I, will post videos occasionally. Well, I want to post videos, post stuff like, I don't really know how to post really videos yet. You can post shorts on there, but I've seen people post longer videos, but I don't know how to do that, so, yeah. But I do post things to help you guys keep up with some stuff. So, yeah. But let's go ahead and talk about this because this is something that I feel like is worth talking about. So, after our last debate, we had our last debate with Joe Biden and Trump. They had to have a debate again because Joe Biden ended up dropping out at rerunning. Which, honestly, he should probably be doing that because the guy clearly does not have the mind for it. I mean, if you watch the debate, you could see exactly what I'm talking about. It was freaking awful to watch. It was awful. Like, it was awful, it was just... It was awful, you had, Trump, running his mouth about, him, being better than, he's patting himself on the back, basically. He's patting himself on the back and saying, basically, I figured he would be kind of the person to kind of talk about how things were, things were much better when he was in office. But saying that he handled COVID-19 and all that very well was definitely not true. He definitely did not handle it very well. I did a reaction to the video, and all that, but the problem is my phone was running low on space on the memory, so I kind of just didn't bother doing it. Because at that time, I didn't have another SD card for my phone, so I was like, I'm not even going to bother with it, and all that, so yeah, I didn't want to, because I didn't really have to watch it anyway, so, but I got pretty far into the debate. The debate was an hour and 20 minutes long. I just couldn't watch the whole thing, I couldn't watch the whole thing, including this one, because of how cringe it is. It's freaking cringe as hell. It really is. And you're, thinking to yourself, well, how can I have an opinion? How can I have an opinion on something, if I didn't watch it, Well, I watched a bunch of it. And yeah, both of even this debate, both of, people running, or there was definitely a lot of crap going on and all that, and I'm not very happy about it. It's just freaking cringe as hell. It really is, and, but, basically what this one, is about, like I said, it was about, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, kind of going at it, and all that, because like I said, Joe Biden dropped out because the guy was too old and all that, and Kamala Harris was now running against him. The difference between, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is a lot younger and all that than Joe Biden is. She's I think she's in her 60s, I think. 50s or 60s. She's not as old as Joe Biden and Donald Trump are. But the thing is, though, is pretty much a lot of the crap she was saying in her, everything she was kind of saying was, a lot of it was freaking lies and all that, like, I don't want to say everything because, I didn't watch the whole debate, but I watched a big chunk of it, and yeah, it was basically her kind of she's basically telling Trump that, basically explaining that he's the one who, caused all this, and basically saying that crap has gotten way out of hand because of him and all that. And yeah, I will say him handling COVID-19 was not the best. He had people locked in their houses, and, and on top of that, I feel like they could have done a lot better job with the businesses and all that we had, and because we're losing a lot of businesses, but she's not doing anything any better. Like her and Joe Biden, she's Joe Biden's vice president, and she and him have done really nothing to fix anything. They have done nothing. Prices are continuing to go up. They're not just going up. I mean, under Donald Trump, they were going up. Because again, the pandemic and people were opening things back up, but now they're continuing to go up and all that, and violence has gotten worse and all that, and she's running her mouth about that and saying it was worse under him, and it was actually better than it is now. It was better. Now it's actually way worse, and that's, like I said, prices are worse too. More and more jobs are going bankrupt. And you can say technically Joe Biden was technically the president, not her. But let's be fair here. There is no way, even watching that debate, there is no way that Joe Biden could have been running the office. There's no way he could have been running anything the way his mind was going. There was no way. There was no way, and it's just, there's just no way, clearly she was probably the one doing a lot of the stuff because she was the vice president and all that. And there's crap that she's been saying too, even right before the election, or not the election, the debate, she was talking about how she wants to ban people and block social media by censoring it and all that. She's okay with that, and that's not okay. That's not okay to do. That's wrong. You can't just go and control people like that, that's not okay. People are already mad about this stuff as it is. Even myself, I know a lot of people are mad about it. That's why a lot of people are leaving platforms and all that, like Facebook and all that, because they're tired of people being censored. But, imagine if they double or triple down on it. Imagine how pissed people are gonna be with this, The whole thing is just freaking stupid, honestly. A lot of crap, like I said, a lot of crap she's said too and all that is just freaking ridiculous. And of course, they also gotta bring up the boarding baby thing and all that. Well, that was Donald Trump. Was it Donald Trump or was it the people that were asking the questions? One of them brought up boarding babies. I think it was Donald Trump, and I'm just boarding babies and all that. And I will say, in my opinion, you should probably, have a limited time when you can do it. You can't just board a baby when it's alive and all that. And that's kind of, I feel like I can kind of agree there, but I feel like some of the crap he was talking about, too, was just kind of cringe and all that, too. He was also talking about, the boarding baby thing, and then, the part about neighbors and all eating their animals and all that. And I'm just that's something you probably shouldn't be talking about in a debate. Especially when you're running for president, that just makes you look weird and all that. Even if some of the stuff's true, which I can't say if some of it's true or not. Well, the boarding babies thing I can, because people found some older videos of people talking about that stuff and all that. I don't know about her. I haven't seen anything on her, but but it's been something going on. There's people while we're in her party and all that talking about that, and I'm just like, again, I just like, it's basically just questions that we've already heard and all that, and it's just kind of just like, again, it's just, the whole thing is just so stupid. Like I said, it's freaking just cringe and stupid and all that, and I'm just like, it's just not fun to watch it, it's just boring, and like, I don't know how people like this stuff and all that, like, I mean, I guess people are allowed, I guess, to like, certain things and all that, but like, I just feel like it's just boring, because we're just listening to people complain about each other and all that, and it's just like, it's just ridiculous, it's just ridiculous, and all that, and I will say, I think Kamala Harris is probably gonna win. She's probably gonna win. I think she's gonna win, and I don't want her to win because all that crap she's said in the debate. Basically, she's said the opposite before and all that, and some of the stuff like how the country is in better shape and all that, and it's not in better shape. It's in really bad shape and all that, and it's just getting worse and worse. It's just freaking ridiculous. And like I said, I just think, I said, if she gets elected, we're gonna have a pretty rough year where things are gonna keep going up and all that. And I don't think there's gonna be a lot that's gonna change, unfortunately, and all that. Like. I don't think, like I said, Trump didn't do, like, prices and crime was down when he was in office. There was still a bunch of crime going on, but like prices and all that were down too. But the thing is though is I feel like he didn't do much about the insurance thing and all that, and making too much money and all that, because I've known people, heck, my dad is struggling to, he's struggling to basically, get himself into, like, doctors and all that, and not having to pay a bunch of money because his insurance won't cover it because he makes too much money, which is stupid, And that's something that's been going on for a while. But yeah, it has gotten worse. The prices on that, too, have gone up. It's just bad. Like, it is really bad, and, like I said, this is just gonna piss people off and all that, and I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna say this. This is kind of something that's pretty funny, but I mean like sarcastically funny, not like funny like ha ha ha, ha this is great. Like there are people out there that literally will vote for this stuff and won't even like bother like checking some stuff and all that, and I was literally on X, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was on X and all that, and somebody was like posting like about like how she'll vote for Kamala Harris, like she doesn't know her, but she'll vote for him over Trump. And I'm like, how can you vote for someone if you don't even know who they are or anything, I just don't get it, I just don't get it. I just don't get this stuff, and all that, and it's just kind of this. It's just like I mean, I kind of get her. Apparently, she is she works for the government. She kind of, I seen some people in the that were responding to her comment about that, and she's like, being a smart ass about it. She works for the government, and I'm like, that explains a lot, I'm like, again, I'm just like. I don't know. I just think the whole thing, like I said, it's just stupid and all that. And I'm not saying Trump, is the greatest, but probably the greatest, president either and all that. And I guarantee, he's got some controversial stuff going on. But with him, I feel like at least we could have, maybe some prices go down a little bit and all that. Like. But that's the thing. Again, we haven't really had anybody, for a long time that's really been. I mean, a lot of stuff that the last like decade or something has been getting kind of bad and all that, and I will say like like even when Obama was president, Obama, and I don't know about George W. Bush. Technically, I was too little then, but I know Obama prices were going up a little bit too, and all that. And he did, I guess he said he did make that Obamacare and all that. Which, by the way, the Obamacare ended up not working and all that, and it ended up making things worse. And then we're still stuck with it because we're still having to pay. Like we have to have, if we make too much money, and all that, and it messes things up. But I will say prices are definitely way worse than they ever were under him and all that. And I have a feeling that if she wins, they're just going to keep going up and up and up. And crime's just going to get worse and all that. And we definitely could be in some trouble. But like I said, this is why I don't like, talking about politics much, though. Because I have friends who probably would vote for her and all, and I don't really care. I mean, just vote for whoever you want. It doesn't make you a bad person and all that, but but I feel like, people definitely should do better research on some of this stuff too and all that, and like I said, I don't think either one of these people probably be the greatest to be running for president, but I probably would vote for Donald Trump just to basically keep prices from going up and up and all that, and kind of go back down a little bit. And I hate kind of how some of the stuff he said and all that, and it's just kind of dumb about people, like I said, eating animals and all that. I don't know if that's true or not, but honestly, at the same time, you shouldn't be saying that in a debate. But she's not really much better. She's actually worse and all that, and you can tell she's kind of mocking him and all that, and I mean, yeah, like I said, some of that stuff he said was stupid, but still, I mean, mocking mocking someone and all that, that's not okay, especially in a debate. The debate in general, I will say, was not very good anyway. That's kind of why I didn't want to watch the whole thing. I want to watch the whole thing, but they're not just they're only asking Donald Trump questions. They're not, they're asking them both questions, but they're only responding, it feels like, to Donald Trump's ones, and all that, and they also kind of shut him up a bit too and all that. And I will admit he is stubborn and also talks too much, but sometimes he's just trying to explain something, and all that, and they just shut him up too and all that, and I'm you need to point out some of the crap that Kamala Harris, was saying too, how she was responding about, fixing, how prices and all that and the economy is getting better and all that, and it isn't getting better, it's worse. It's worse and all that. It's not better. It's definitely worse and all that. And I mean, you need to question both people, not just one person and the other. But of course, this is ABC News, not family, ABC News, and they're owned by Disney, and Disney, definitely does not like Donald Trump either. But like I said, if you don't have to like the person, but you need to ask. You need to ask questions with both people, and when they respond, you need to point out some of the stuff, because some of the stuff is the obvious, and all that, and I just think it's stupid. I mean, especially when they responded to Donald Trump about the whole, I guess in this case, that was, like I said, the animal thing and all that was kind of stupid. They're one guy was I called them and all, and they said it never happened and all that, which is bullshit. The guy never, I guarantee, never called anybody and all. He's just saying that to quiet him up, and I'm you don't freaking lie. You don't need to lie to get him to be quiet. Just tell him, no more, okay? Just, instead of freaking lying about that you called somebody and all that. I'm just the whole thing is just freaking stupid. I don't really watch the debates. I really don't. It's exactly like the earnings calls. I don't freaking watch them because, again, none of it's getting really anywhere and all that. And because we had the same thing with the earnings calls too. We had I mean, well, I would say like when I watched the Warner Brothers and Disney ones, they were both very cringe too. But the Disney one was the worst because like nobody got to question anything. That's kind of what they did here too. They don't but they ask questions, but nobody's able to respond and answer and all that. It's just kind of like. Well, I mean, in this case, like I said, they are able to answer, but you know what I mean. Like they're gonna say something and someone can't question them. It's kind of like like an earnings call. People have asked questions and pointed out stuff, and instead of them able to respond back like with like a statement and all that, the facts, like when they respond, they don't do that, and I get they got to get to other questions, but like I said, if you're gonna talk to one person, you need to talk to the other person too. So yeah, the whole debate thing was stupid, and I will say too, this is something I want to point out too. When they did this with debate with Trump and Biden, they basically had a poll up, and Trump definitely won that one. But what they did is they blocked it on like ABC and CNN and all. They blocked it. So I'm like, again, you're hiding information from your audience that makes your audience not want to trust you. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. It's just stupid and all that. I don't like talking about politics. Like I said, I don't care who people vote for. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. Like I've said, I have a lot of people who are not fans of Donald Trump. And I have people who, talk to, come up, I probably would vote for Kamala Harris, even though, like I said, they probably should do more research in... even with Donald Trump too, like I feel like people don't even do a lot of research with either one. They probably just assume one or the other because some news tells them and all that. But I mean, some of them also probably get news too and all that. But like I said, I don't want to say too that I know a lot about politics either, because like I said, I don't really care about them. But I'm just saying, I'm like you shouldn't trash on your family or your friends for voting on something, and all that. It's just not right, That's something I will say at both sides do. They'll call people idiots or something, and I'm just like, don't call people idiots, don't be calling people idiots or names and all that because they don't, because they vote for one person to the next, unless Unless, like I said, if they're trashing on people and all that, then, I can kind of see why people might be upset, but I don't know. I'm just, like I said, this whole thing I said is just probably not going to end very well, but we'll have to end up seeing. And I will say, I do want to point this out before I let the video go about Donald Trump. When the whole Joe Biden thing, was him or in the debate, I talked about how, I did bring up too how basically he that Donald Trump and basically and Joe Biden were both pretty old and all that and probably shouldn't be running and all that, but my thing is, in this case, I probably would vote for Donald Trump over this just because like I said, I want someone to come in there that can at least, even though Donald Trump, like I said, is old too, at least his mind is still, there and all that. Like, Joe Biden's was not there at all, but like I said too in the past, I'd rather vote for someone who is younger and all that, but in this case, I probably wouldn't want to vote for Kamala Harris, though, but that's just my opinion, but I wanted to state that in case somebody was questioning me on that, but I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here, though. Like I said, this is all my opinion. You guys can have all your own opinions too. That's what makes us human, and all that. And I don't want people to think they can't vote or vote or do things their way. It's their opinion and it's their way. I'm still with friends of lots of people and all that, even if I vote differently. But that's just me. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. So I'll see you all next time. Bye.